Like, let me just tell you about this fucking date. So I get there. First of all, don't you think it's a red flag to invite your fucking
There, perfect.
date to TGI Fridays?
It's already started. TGI Fridays? No, a lot of people do it.
Okay, so you're saying that you don't think that it's like
TGI
a step down
TGI
to
Fridays
invite...
is a business specifically that depends on customers like that going on cheesy dates. Not to say you're cheesy, but
Yeah, I'm not.
well, he was. So is one part, and yeah, they rely on people specifically and we're families. So yeah, that's not surprising at all. You just had a bad egg there, I guess. What's your standards?
I think that bringing somebody to TGI Fridays on a first date is like, it's somebody that like doesn't give two shits about you.
Or someone who's just not creative enough.
Or boring, right? Or fucking boring. So those two things. So get there, he's super cute, and he just starts like acting kind of like fidgety and like wanting to leave real soon, and we were getting
Nervous?
served. No, not nervous. It was more like he had something else to do or somewhere else to be. But he was like really fidgety and we weren't getting served. It took like 15 minutes. So I was like, hey, maybe we should go somewhere else. And he was like, yeah. And because he was a police officer, I assumed that I could
Because he's
ride.
a police officer?
Yeah.
Changes the dynamic things, don't you think?
I assumed.
He came to the date in this cop car too?
Yeah.
So that's, I don't say it's a red flag, but I mean, does he have his own vehicle?
I have no idea.
Did he just get off work?
No.
No. So he came in the cop car for a reason.
Right. What was the
I
reason?
don't know, you tell me.
So
What happened after you got in the car? Did he take your ass downtown?
So I kept telling him like I wasn't gonna go to his apartment with him, and like he kept like trying to talk me into it, and I kept saying like no, I'm not gonna go. And so we ended up leaving TGI Fridays, and I was riding in his cop car, and I shouldn't have done it. I know I'm a dumbass, but I did. Got in his cop car. We ended up at Outback, which is like a half a step
Outback,
up.
damn,
a half a
okay.
fucking step up from TGI Fridays.
I mean, no, he's getting there. He's stepping it up. Can't beat that bloomin' onion special.
Dude, I like the bloomin' onion.
Who
I think
doesn't?
we actually got the fucking bloomin' onion.
Dude, 2,000 calories can't do you wrong, man.
Okay, yeah. It's nice going down. So we're at the restaurant, and he's like, hey, did you check your phone? And I was like, no. And I was like, but I will, I guess. And so I picked up my phone, and he was like, I just want you to know what you're doing to me right now. And so...
Was it an emoji? A GIF?
No, he had
Was it real?
taken a picture of his hard dick in his pants underneath the table and sent it to me.
Underneath the table while he was there?
while I was sitting
with the
right
flash
there.
or without the flash?
I mean,
Assumingly with the flash. I mean,
Whatever.
Dark setting.
who cares? I mean, I
And
still like opened it up and I was like, oh,
That's skill right there.
interesting.
Under the dinner table dick pic, that's a whole other level. You know. It's one thing going to the bathroom. I mean, that's standard. Go to the bathroom and do it. But if he's like, and you were saying
No, he didn't like pull it out.
What
It was
about-
in his pants.
he put the
It
phone
was-
in his pants.
No, he like took a picture of his hard dick like
Oh,
in his
on the
pants.
pants. He put the picture of his boner in the pants.
Yeah,
Okay.
boner. Yeah, boner. Yeah, so
I would just be like, you know what? See what you're doing to me right now? That's what I would do. I'd stand up and knock a glass over with my shit, you know.
right, Brady.
But
I was like, I didn't know what to say because it was so weird. So I was like, and then I just ignored him and I pretend like I didn't see it. And then he was like, so what do you think about me? Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I mean, you're cute. And then he was like really rushing the waitress when we were at Outback.
That's a no. That's a no-no, my friends. Service industry here, do not do that. Never fuck with people making food.
He was like, you know, I have places to be, and she was
You
like,
said that to
oh,
her?
sure, yeah. And then I really actually thought that he had places to be. And so I was like, oh, you have somewhere to go? And he was like, yeah, we need to leave. And I was like, okay. And so, like, got the check, he paid. Then we, like, went out to his car. I thought he was going to drive me back to my car. I get in there, and I don't know the area very well. And so we're driving around, and he's telling me about how dirty of a cop he is.
How dirty of a cop he is?
Yeah.
As in not dirty in the bedroom, how dirty of a police officer he is.
Yeah.
Well, how about that, America? What do you think?
So he was telling me about this rock and, like, how they, like, chuck rocks at cars as they drive by. And
We have a nickname for that. They call them... What did the Uber driver call him?
I don't know.
Call him something.
Well, he was also saying that he, like, asking me if I smoked weed and that he had some in the back of his trunk that he could give me.
You know what I mean? Some we're talking about, like, did he just make a bust? Because that's the kind of dirty cops you do want to date, ladies.
What?
Get you a cop who has some pounds of weed in his trunk, get that out of him, and, you know, then call it a day.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
What, am I wrong? You're telling me that if he didn't give you, said, hey, you know, I got this pound trying to unload on you, what do you say?
Yeah, no.
No.
He's too super creepy.
Can't
So
trust creeps.
he's trying to get me to, like, smoke weed if it will make me horny, basically. That was the reason he was going to give me the weed. And so I was like, no, I'm good. And then we're driving around, and I'm like, this is taking too long. Like, I'm not getting back to my car soon enough. So I'm like, hey, you're taking me back to my car, right? And he was like, well, actually, you know, I just need to grab something at my apartment. And I was like, we just had this conversation, though, and I told you I didn't want to go back to your apartment. And he was like, well, yeah, but it's just one quick thing and we're almost there.
Yeah?
And, like,
Classic move, right, guys?
we pull in, like,
We all
he's
know
driving
that.
so fast, like, disobeying the fucking traffic laws, speeding, you know.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, like, really scary.
How about that?
So we end up back at his place, and I was like, we're in the parking lot, and I'm like, dude, I just literally told you I didn't want to go back to your apartment with you. And he was like, you just have to come in for a second. And my dumbass is like, okay, I'll just come in for 1 second. Like, somebody with common sense would have stayed outside, but I didn't. So...
Admitting you have common sense is the first step. No, don't have common sense.
So I walked up in his apartment, and the second that I had gotten through the door, he closed it and locked it behind us. And he comes over and just shoves his tongue down my throat multiple times. And I'm like, dude, like, I'm good. Like, calm down, calm down. And he takes my hand and he makes me touch his dick, like, 3 separate times. And I'm like, listen, like, I don't really want to do this.
This is because it's called a very tolerant woman right here.
Yeah, I mean.
You know, which is cool. Patience is key, except when...
But, like, I got nervous, you know? I definitely did. And so, like, I started, like, just, like, calming him down with, like, nice talk. And, like, yeah, like, I'm okay. Like, you know, we don't, like, I'm not ready to do this. And he was like, well, you know, I know that that's why you met up with me. And I'm like, no, actually, like, I'm on the app to meet, like, a potential boyfriend. And I was like, didn't I tell you I didn't, like, want to hook up with you? And he's like, yeah, but I knew that when you said you didn't want to hook up with me, it actually meant that you did. And I was like, bitch!
Well, yeah, but, you know...
Who says that shit?
75% of girls on Tinder and Bumble, you know.
No,
that.
I'm saying, who says what he said to me?
Oh, at least half of the people who perceive it that way. I don't know. I mean, no, you're right. No, generally guys do not say that in that sense. I mean, it's not like. No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think guys say it in that directive way.
When you said no,
I mean, yeah.
that actually
if a girl says she
meant-
didn't want to hook up with me, like,
yes.
I would at first take it for what it is. But if she was obviously showing signs of like still interest, then I would just think she was, just trying to make me chase it, which is, it's all good. It's a game.
You know what? Guys need to chase it a little bit. Don't just give it up, ladies.
Easier said than done.
Make them chase the pussy. So anyway, I'm like, no, this is not happening. And he's like grabbing me by my hand and trying to pull me up to his bedroom upstairs. I'm like, no. Like, really, like, I'm good. Like, let's just go. And he was like, well, I'm just telling you this right now, that if you don't hook up with me, then that's just going to ruin my day.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
Day
well,
ruined, wow.
if it's going to ruin your day, then you could take me back to my car now. And so that's when we left to go back to my car. And on the car ride, he was like saying all kinds of shit, like, this is awkward, and, like, why'd you come out here, and all
Wait, no.
kinds of shit.
Read, like, actually try your best in your recollection to say how the conversation went. All right, so I'm the cop.
Yeah.
I'm the cop, and I'm gonna try
And
to
I'm like-
recreate what
and
he
I'm
said
like,
after we left the place.
So I'm like, yo,
Okay.
what's wrong? And he's like, this is just awkward.
This is just awkward.
And I'm like, why is it awkward? And he was like, because you didn't hook up with me.
Just didn't hook up with me.
Well, it doesn't have to be awkward. Like,
get
you could
that.
just accept.
I know, but you see, it's like
You could just accept no for what
that's
it
so
is, which
pathetic,
is
man.
fucking
What is it
no.
with guys? Guys, listen. If you're not like, here's the thing. We all know how that cop felt at some point. I'll admit it. Like, I've been blue ball before. We've all been it, but nothing like that. That's a legitimate situation. So if you ever get in a situation where a girl's being cool about you after you let her touch your balls 3 times, showing her like some stupid dick pic and was clearly thirsty, is she still putting up with you? Then just take it as it is, and like, I mean, I would say definitely chase that, but don't say that was awkward. Don't say any kind of mood killer words that sometimes we use when we're sexually frustrated. We've all done it before.
All right, now I'm gonna put Brady in check because, yeah, he could have never chased me after all that shit that he put me through.
Well, you're right. I mean, what I mean is those girls are the ones we're chasing.
Maybe so,
How's that look?
but he doesn't give 2 fucks about me. He just wanted to get in my pants. So, like, he can kick rocks, and you're a shitty cop. And if you see this video, you know who the fuck you are. So fuck you, bitch. Good luck out there in the dating world, but I guarantee you're not gonna end up with somebody good. Because you're a piece of shit.
That's all for right now.
Yeah.
Bye, bitches.
Bye.